Hi everyone, Lori Whitlock here. In this video we're going to put together this circular pop-up card. You'll find the cutting files in the Silhouette Design Store as well as my SVG shop at shop.loriwhitlock.com. I will put the links down in the description so you can go and grab this file if you're interested. Basically, in the file you're going to get a piece that looks like this, and you can decide if you'd like to cut 4 or 5 of them, and I'll demonstrate how each of those are going to turn out. First of all, we're just going to go ahead and glue on those covering panels, and I've done that for all 5 of my layers, and then we're going to fold them. And I've actually pre-folded these 4, and I'll demonstrate the folding here. You're going to need some glue, possibly a bone folder, a hole punch, and some baker's twine or ribbon, something like that, to close it when we're done. So go ahead and fold those 2 square pieces so that they face each other, and go ahead and fold that glue tab towards you. We can just go ahead and crease those nicely with our bone folder here. And then right up in this top section, we are going to fold that in towards the blue section as well. And then we're going to take that little triangle section and fold it back. Okay, that's going to be our basic folding of the box. So now we just need to glue this glue tab to its neighbor here. So in order to do that, I'm going to inverse fold that triangle and go ahead and lay everything flat so that we can get a nice good seal here on this glue tab. So I'm just going to put some adhesive down on that, and you could use tape runner or liquid. I'm going to use liquid because I really don't want this to come apart, and it's going to take a little bit of tension as it's glued together. So I thought glue would probably be our very best option. So I'm going to let that dry, and when that's dry, then you're going to flip that backwards and go ahead and tuck that in. And this is going to be one of the sides of our card, folding just like that. So I'm going to set that to the side, and we're going to take our next section and continue on. So again, I'm just going to inverse fold that and lay it down, and then put a little adhesive right here under this glue tab. And we'll just repeat that until all of our sections are glued together like this. We'll just let those dry and move on to the next one. Now that we have all 5 of these sections folded and glued along the glue tab, we're just going to go ahead and inverse those and turn them into squares. Okay, and the idea behind this, when we're all done here, is to have the project opening like this. So you can see that all those folded triangles need to be down towards one direction, and you're going to glue all the sections together except for one section here, and we're just going to use that to treat it like a book so that it can all accordion close like this. And then we can tie it up, and we can put some holes in here to hold our ribbon or our baker's twine. And then when you're ready to open it up, you'll just have it open like that, and you can put all sorts of embellishments and pictures and things like that on all these different panels. Now if you don't want to cut 5 of them, you're going to have 4, and when you have 4, it's basically going to open up where those are flat down on the ground when it's fully open. So if you want a little extra fluff in there from these panels, you'll have to cut 5 of them so that there's room for the 5th one, or you can cut 4, and that's totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead and assemble this with 4 of them, and we'll finish that out. First thing we'll do is we need to glue 3 of these panels right here, 1, 2, and 3, and we're not going to glue this one here. So I'm just going to take this and lay it down and put some adhesive on this section. I want this to stick together really well, so I want to make sure and get that close to the edges. And then just again be very sure you're getting them oriented properly. I can see that those 2 are both oriented with the triangles on the bottom, so once you have that lined up, just go ahead and give that a good press so that everything sticks nicely. You could even put it under a book for a minute to let that dry really well. And then we're going to move on to this next section here. I'll go ahead and put some adhesive right here. Just line up all those corners perfectly. And again, we'll just give that a good press. If you have any excess glue, just wipe that off. Should be good to go. And then we have this section here. We'll go ahead and put some adhesive on this side. Okay, we'll give that all a good press. So now your little booklet is done. We just need to make it where we can close it and then open it. So rather than pre-cut holes for you, I have left it where you can punch your own holes. So you just go ahead and put a hole punch right here on the middle of this side. You wouldn't have to put a hole punch in it at all if you'd prefer not to. You could use a little paper clip or something like that to close your book with. So this is what it looks like with the 2 holes punched in it. And if you didn't want to punch holes, you could certainly use something like a little clip to hold your little card together, or you can always just punch the holes, and it makes a great way to close it. So if you didn't use the hole punch, you'd have to have a pretty good size clip to hold this together, which that would work as well. But if you wanted to use a string or a ribbon, something like that, you can just feed that through the holes here. Just wrap that around maybe, let's see, a couple of times and just tie that in a bow. And that would make a good way to close off the album little card as well. It's kind of a combination of a little mini album / card. There we go. Look how cute that is. So when the recipient gets it, they would just untie it and open it up and either tie it with a little bow here or just have a little clip to hold it open. And again, if you wanted to use an extra panel, you would want to wait and punch your holes in, these 2 panels instead of that other one, and you could just add another panel. I suppose you could even add 6. It's just going to make it a little tighter. So it's totally up to you on how big you want to make your card, but there's a lot of fun embellishment options. To make this a fun project, you could put pictures on each of these panels or different themed embellishments, things like that. So I hope you have fun making this darling little circular card, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.